What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's shaking, guys? How y'all living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, man. You know?
Yeah, man. So it's
Dame
been a while since we did Dame D.O.L.L.A with the Shaq and Dame D.O.L.A beef, man, which was that was fun. That was fun. But before we get into that, man, we got to talk about our new platform, man. Deaf to Radio, man.
Yes.
We're finally getting that launched, man. Thank you guys for everybody that are participating in that. That's our patrons, people on Instagram. Please, that information will be in the description. Check that out.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. On Instagram, we're kind of converting that over to Deaf to Radio. You know, Deaf to Radio is a website for up-and-coming artists, man. We're looking for the dudes that really get busy, man, and the dudes that's just hot. You know what I mean? That just do what they do, and they do it at a high level, whether you own some club trappy shit and you do that at a high level, or if you got the pen, you know that we really like motherfuckers with the pen.
Yes, sir.
So it's our way of just giving exposure to up-and-coming artists. That's kind of what the site's going to be around, Deaf 2 Radio, the number 2 radio. And our Instagram, again, follow us on Instagram. That's Lost in Vegas. That's in the description. We're going to be converting that to Deaf to Radio. So make sure you guys check out our site and follow us on Instagram, man. So all up-and-coming artists, man, you know, holla at us, man. You know, our contact information will be in the description, man. If you want to be on the site, you want to be on our Instagram, man, we're really going to be pushing to get that popping, man. So we look forward to hearing from y'all.
So when's the last time we heard of Dame D.O.L.L.A?
He was shitting on Shaq.
Yeah.
That's the last time we heard, man. You know, when we did the reaction to Dame's diss to Shaq, and we did Shaq's diss to Dame, and that was the last time. Outside of seeing him on the court, you know, that's the last time we.
That was fun though. That was fun. That was funny, man. That was just a funny little mini beef. I'm gonna call that a mini beef.
And in case we didn't say, because I don't remember that video, just so y'all know, you know, Shaq is top 10 all time to me. He's in my top 10, so he's incredible. He is solidified, one of the greatest to ever do it
in basketball,
but he got smoked though.
That's
just what it was. Yeah, well, you know, he got smoked though in that battle, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's see what's up, man. Let's get to it. Dame D.O.L.L.A, bars on I-95, and it looks like this was okay. They dropped this on October 28th. So you know, freestyles. I love freestyles, man, because we can be a little late, and y'all still seem to care about it. I appreciate that. What does it say? Travel to the West Coast to Portland. Oh, okay. To meet up with one of the biggest upcoming rappers. That's fire. So they went out to see him, huh?
Let's get to it. Slide that you feel me on, man. Shout out Front Page Music, man. You feel me? Look.
Heard this beat.
Honeymoon and Capri, I'm giving vacation vibes. Been trying to do different shit just to stay alive. Maybe Bosnia next. Shout out to Bobo. They know if I take a trip, it's usually the Cabo, a creature, a habit. You moving too fast, the turtle beat you, silly rabbit. My game be so intact, they thinking it's a tactic. Niggas acting, overflexing they muscles, building they lactic acid. Season 10 coming soon, I still don't lack the passion. Right. They wanted me to jump ship, Rip City back in action. Not me, I can't jump around like a pogo. With Mello at the Soho, still pulling from the logo. Fake kick it, that's a no-no, my nigga for real. Try to keep him out the league, but we got him the deal.
You know, fish shots to Mello? Come on, Dame D.O.L.L.A. Is that a shot at Mello? Because Mello left Portland to go to L.A.? I don't know, man.
That would be interesting. I don't know, bruh. I think he might be talking about just other dudes, other superstars jumping around from team to team.
But it's kind of ironic he said Mello, and Mello used to play for Portland.
I think the placement of the jumping around pogo is interesting. You know what I mean? And then the Mello being the next line. But I think he said he's hanging with Mello at the Soho. Like he still fucks with Mello. But I think it's a shot at, if anything, some of the superstars of the league that build these super teams. Because, you know, he's had a history, man, of not joining super teams. Because I think he re-signed with Portland. And people were like, why the fuck would he do that? Yep. You know, so there's a history of him just holding it down and being like, nah, I'm not doing that, man. I'd rather be the man here, man, in a certain loyalty and winning it just without having to fucking submit to being on the super team.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but if he is taking a shot at Melo, that's surprising because I thought the day was cool. But we'll run it back.
Yeah, we'll run it back. Yeah.
We'll run it back.
Honeymoon and Capri, I'm giving vacation vibes. Been trying to do different shit just to stay alive. Maybe Bosnia next. Shout out to Bobo. They know if I take a trip, it's usually the Cabo, a creature, a habit. You moving too fast, the turtle beat you, silly rabbit. My game be so intact, they thinking it's a tactic. Niggas acting, overflexing they muscles, building they lactic acid. Season 10 coming soon, I still don't lack the passion. Right. They wanted me to jump ship, Rip City back in action. Not me, I can't jump around like a pogo. With Mello at the Soho, still pulling from the logo. Fake kick it, that's a no-no, my nigga for real. Tried to keep him out the league, but we got him the deal.
Yeah.
All that red we was sipping, don't know how many meals. All them 60 spots I'm hiding, he got me the peel.
Right.
Give him props cause he real. I'm always making waves for major
So
plays.
I think he's just, if anything, I think he's bigging up Melo. You know what I'm saying?
so?
I think it's just, he said the fact that he real. I think that whole ending of where we're at right now until we got to this point is just him bigging him up. Because what did he say? Try to get him out the league, but we got him a deal. Because people would like question if Melo should even get a job. And
I
I'm
remember
like,
that.
That's ridiculous.
That is
Now
ridiculous.
I understand that he may have slipped. He may not have been what he once was, but he can still get you, as we're seeing, he can still get you some good numbers.
Yep.
He's still a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
But it's not like he's wash. So I think that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
So
that's true. I hope that's what he means by that,
Yeah.
because just the placement of how he said that.
Yeah.
You know, it just was it's confusing me a little bit.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
get it. Yeah,
It just
I get it.
confused me a little bit. But I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because he's expounding on that with about,
The fact he said he was real.
and they gave him a deal and shit like
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Game is intact, but they think it's a tactic.
Yes.
I
was
like
slick.
that line, man, because I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I thought that too, man. I thought that too, man, because I was like, man, what is he doing, man? Pulling up from half court threes and shit. Is he trying to be like Steph? I've been
Yeah.
guilty of saying that, dude. I
A
have.
lot of people have
know?
looked at him like, because Steph did kind of, come on, let's keep it real, man.
Yeah.
Steph is what made that hot. So,
but,
you got Trae Young and people like that are now shooting from deep. Yeah.
But make no mistake about it, though.
He's
The dude-
cold, though.
Yeah, he is cold.
He's
He
cold.
is cold. So my point of bringing that line up, though, is because I've been guilty of feeling that way,
Yeah.
that line hits hard.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he's heard before.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's a tactic. Niggas acting, over flexing they muscles, building they lactic acid. Season 10 coming soon, I still don't lack the passion.
Right.
They wanted me to jump ship, Rip City back in action. Not me, I can't jump around like a pogo. With Melo at the Soho, still pulling from the logo. Fake kick it, that's a no-no, my nigga for real. Tried to keep him out the league, but we got him the deal.
Yeah.
All that red we was sipping, don't know how many meals. All them 60 spots I'm hiding, he got me the peel.
Right.
Give him props cause he real. I'm always making waves for major plays or cause the wage is paid. Or cause my nigga Tay put Noah down and laid the fade. Or a nigga pulled my card and found an ace of spades. I'm usually 3 deep like when I make the trades. Bang, Mike Breen, feel the energy. Back to the crowd, I'm leading the symphony. Y'all can speak to y'all deceased, you not offending me.
Right.
Just know that I'm defending you from those defending
That
me.
Ace of Spades hard line was hard, though.
And the back to the crowd.
Yeah,
It's a
like the
symphony.
symphony,
Like
yeah.
I'm leading the symphony, like the maestro. But my back is to the crowd. Like I'm not even paying attention to what the crowd has to say. I'm leading the symphony and I'm also leading, you know what I mean, what I'm doing on the floor. But I'm
Yeah.
not paying attention to the nonsense from the peanut gallery. Slick, but the ace of spades.
Yeah, the play on cards. You pull my card, right? It's the Ace of Spades, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the play on a card game. Spades. The Ace of Spades outside of the Joker is the trump card, right?
right.
So you trump tight. So I'm solidified. So you
Right.
try to pull my card. That's a street.
You're gonna
term.
find out. You're gonna find out that I'm that.
I'm the
dude.
real deal.
Yeah,
I'm the real deal.
That was slick though. Yeah, let's run that back a little bit. He started to get warmed. I mean, he's been spitting the whole time, but he started to really get in his bag right now. A couple lines.
Or a nigga pulled my card and found an ace of spades. I'm usually 3 deep like when I make the trades. Bang, Mike Breen, feel the energy. Back to the crowd, I'm leading the symphony. Y'all can speak to y'all deceased, you not offending me. Just know that I'm defending you from those defending me.
Right.
Real mobsters on my roster. I see through these imposters, it's in their posture. Don't play the real nigga card, just keep it real. Dame Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Trill. Me not wanting to join a super team might end up being my Achilles heel. Hector, I'm on my shield. Trying to get next to freaking Dirk on that lonely hill. Now my goals revealed. So fuck you, the reporters thinking my homie squealed.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hard.
he's
That's
bad.
hard, dude.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
hard.
If you know what's up in his situation,
Woo!
that's hard. That's hard.
I love that, George, because we have so much perspective from the outside looking in, looking at basketball, and we have had, we as in George, have had countless amount of hours of conversations about super teams and joining this and people that didn't do that and people that did do that and dismissing that. And dude, that's probably a video all in itself. But the line, though, when he said Dirk and Giannis being on that lonely hill,
freak, yeah.
right?
Freak,
You know
freak.
what I'm saying? And because they didn't join the super team shit, because Giannis sent the shot on I think it was Twitter or something like that, saying that he didn't have to join the super team to get a ring. And And when he said that, he said by not joining a super team might be his Achilles heel, right?
And he would like to be with Giannis and Greek Freak on that lonely hill, meaning the dudes that carry teams by themselves without too much help. I mean, because everyone has help. Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
But the dudes that led their teams to a championship instead of joining up with the super teams.
Right. But that might be his Achilles heel, is what he's saying.
If I don't, the other part of the line.
If I don't do that, that might be my Achilles heel. And then he said, dying on my Hector shit on my shield or something like that. He said,
Hector, I'm on my shield. So Achilles killed Hector, right? I think in the
Greek mythology.
Greek mythology, right?
Yep.
So anytime someone uses their Achilles heel, it's the thing. It's where they're vulnerable, right? That vulnerable point that hurts you, that kills you, right? So he would just die like Hector did from Achilles, That's his Achilles heel, not joining a super team. So to play on that,
it's beautiful.
Nasty.
It's beautiful, and he's embodying what the conversation is around the league and even outside the league.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So that hits hard because that's truthful about what people perceive about Dame Lillard. Like, man, maybe they may not ever get a championship in Portland.
But he's cool with that. He'll die on that shield.
Exactly. That's why it's hard.
And he said specifically as well, man, that his truth, he's like, finally my truth's revealed. This is what y'all all been speculating about. He said none of my homies would ever squeal, which I think he's referencing. Maybe people just said that his homies said something or they were leaking things to the press or whatever. And he was like, nah, I know we too solid, right? He said Bradley Beal. I guess he's super cool with Bradley Beal. He's super cool with who else did he mention? DeMar DeRozan,
who is hooping for my boys.
Yeah, they're getting busy
for Chicago. Wow.
Yeah, and I forgot who else he mentioned, but he's another dude. So he's like, I know none of these dudes would ever say, because I know them. We solid over here, right? So I just love, but the lines in that with the artistry comes from him using these sort of references and using these references, Greek mythology, whatever the case may be, to sort of describe his life and what's going on. That's where the artistry comes at, man. So he's really rapping.
Real mobsters on my roster. I see through these imposters, it's in their posture. Don't play the real nigga card, just keep it real. Dame Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Bradley Beal, Trill. Me not wanting to join a super team might end up being my Achilles heel. Hector, I'm on my shield. Trying to get next to freaking Dirk on that lonely hill. Now my goals revealed. So fuck you, the reporters thinking my homie squealed. That could never be. I ain't connected to a nigga that would leverage me. Y'all was tweeting information for the ecstasy. And it turns out that they were speaking recklessly. Just know that I'm a factor, cause I ain't factory. I'm like more the Chris Jacksons and Master P's. I'm the apple that fell far from the apple trees. When life gave them lemons, I ate it half of me. Ha, I got the juice, these niggas know I'm different. A different glisten on my pigment, when I talk they listen. Stood tall in situations where they folded instant. I'm the boldest in this locomotive engine. Nigga, go check my resume. There's many here today, but few of them is here to stay. Pay me now or later, know it's gonna be hell to pay. They gon' want on my ship when this shit done sailed away. Let us pray, Father, thank you for seasoning me in favor of my seeds. I feel the love from my friends when I grieve. My humility remains after all I achieve. Gave me a heart of gold, but still laid the sauce on my steeds. I know that nothing come to stay, it all passed with the breeze. Became a man, a few words so my actions could lead. Facts, this what it look like when you going legend. They never sent for a nigga, they know it's sent from heaven. I knew my purpose, dropped the football when I turned 11. I'm out the mud in my cleats, thought I was spud when I leaped. They showed me love, thought I peaked. I rose above, I'm elite. I couldn't pass, had to sneak. I wasn't last, now I eat. I couldn't skip the
killing this dude.
If I never made the
really
leap.
good,
I wasn't last, now I eat. But he really just, I love how he summed up his
what's
life
been going
story.
on? Yes.
Damn near his life story, right? Because it looks like he was trying to ball.
Play football.
Right?
Yep.
And then he said,
I
I'm going to drop
dropped
that. And then he kind of paired that with, but I came out the mud with it. I was in last place. They thought that I peaked. But I exceeded the expectations, and now I'm the one.
And I was jumping like Spud Webb. They're like, this dude can actually.
Yeah. And then I'm guessing when he says I was in last, but then I peaked, they thought I peaked.
Yep.
I think that there were dudes maybe that was in the football realm, maybe people that were more popular, more popping than him, doing things that had probably more promise than he had, that he passed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said pass. So that was slick. But he got it out the mud though. He worked hard, right? But just like the cleats. So just the wordplay in mixed in with the truth, with him speaking his truth is fire.
And it's concise too.
Yep.
It's very concise because it doesn't look like this is a long freestyle. So
Yeah.
Dope.
They gon' want on my ship when this shit done sailed away. Let us pray, Father, thank you for seasoning me in favor of my seeds. And feel the love from my friends when I grieve. My humility remains after all I achieve. Gave me a heart of gold, but still laid the sauce on my steeds. I know that nothing come to stay, it all passed with the breeze. Became a man, a few words so my actions could lead. Facts, this what it look like when you going legend. They never sent for a nigga, they know it's sent from heaven. I knew my purpose, dropped the football when I turned 11. I'm out the mud in my cleats, thought I was spud when I leaped. They showed me love, thought I peaked. I rose above, I'm elite. I couldn't pass, had to sneak. I wasn't last, now I eat. I couldn't script it better. If I never made the league, I still would get to cheddar. But here we are, really living what a living's better. I topped it off and put that glass shoe on my Cinderella. Just call me Cinderella, Dame Dame. Tokyo Olympic medal, my only plated chain. I ain't make it this far to stop and just stay the same. Make it plain, moving forward for me is simply just staying sane. Y'all say gang is a trend, we really move as gang. Geniuses and also niggas growing. As long as we in the know, it don't matter who knows it. Potent, never losing focus. Presidential on my son, cause he might be the POTUS, nigga.
What did he say?
They talking about, man.
Oakland is officially in the building.
Oakland's in the building. First off, not many people want take it.
We're gonna stop it right there.
Yeah, dude.
What did he say? Moving forward for me is basically staying sane. Is that what he said? That's hard to
Like
me.
if he doesn't progress, that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result, right?
Yeah.
So I love that play. Like, dude, you know, it's innate for me to move forward. It's just second nature. But going back to that line, man, where he's talking about not being traded, staying that it might be his Achilles heel, staying in Portland. He said, you know, F you to the reporters that thought my homie squealed because I'm never connected to people that would leverage me, basically is what he's saying. I'm paraphrasing it, but basically that's what he said.
Yep.
I love that, right? I'm never connected to someone that would leverage our relationship and put me in a bad situation. I thought that was beautifully written, right? And again, I think it's so much truth in this whole rap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that this is the real deal. Like he's giving you the real story.
100%.
You
That's
know?
that's what he said. He said, now finally my truth is revealed. Fuck all the speculation. Like Beanie Siegel said, fuck all the speculation, talk over. You know what I'm saying? And then he went right into it. What I took away from this freestyle, man, is he's a man of integrity. And, you know, even though this is on a grand scale, we're talking about the NBA, it could still be certain moves being made, you know, based off of what everyone has said in terms of just, you know, joining super teams or whatever the case may be. Certain things can be perceived as just sort of weak moves, man. And he's a throwback. It's like he reminds me of Sean Porter in boxing. Like Sean Porter is willing to box anybody. He can fight. He'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know what's happening in boxing. Like, maybe due to the promoters and maybe even the fighters. Man, people avoid fighting the fights that everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
So when a fighter comes out and is willing to fight the tough fights and to go the road less travel to get glory, they get more respect. It's refreshing. So he's a throwback in that sense, man. It's like I don't need to seek out. That's a weak move. I don't need to seek out hanging out with motherfuckers and being too social because he said, I don't fake kick it. I don't need to try to join a super team and get to take the easy road, man. I want to earn mine, you know, and I think that's beautiful. So I just think people really fuck with Dame and respect him for that. And I think it's evident in just how he lives his life.
Yep.
Who he surrounds himself with, right?
Yep.
Just the moves that he makes, you know. I think that's what I took away from this more than anything, man. Is like I'm not some sucker, man. That's gonna do sucker shit, and I don't hang with sucker dudes, you know. So love it.
And another line, George, that he said in this freestyle to kind of piggyback off what you're saying is he said something along the lines of like, you know, stop saying you a real nigga, just keep it real. You know, I feel like that's a short little statement that a lot of people probably would just glaze over and keep it frank. Well, we're trying to, you know, omit the N-word, so I probably would have glazed over it too. But I thought the way he said that, I thought it was worth talking about because, you know, everyone wants to be perceived as authentic when you say you're a real nigga, you know, you're a real nigga, whatever the case may be. But he's all, man, just keep it real. Let's drop the nigga, just keep it real. Let's just be honest and just be true to who you are, so you don't have to say that all the time. So you don't have to portray that you're this honorable, I keep it real all the time and do blah 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 blah. You know, just you know, be a good person. Be real all the time in everything you do.
Just be
everything
real.
you do. You know what I'm saying?
Think about what's built into that, Ryan. Just to kind of, you know, agree with you on that. I agree 1,000%. What's built into saying I'm a real N, right? Using that word. There's a certain type of personality, a certain code of being that is associated with being a real N versus just being honest. Yeah. So really you're being disingenuous by even throwing it out there is what, you know what I'm saying? Just to add to that. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so man, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I thank you so much, Dame, for keeping that concise and short.
Let's get back to
that. Because it was still impactful.
It was fire.
It was still impactful. It was still
get your point across in 5 minutes, man. This is new. Like Black Thought, love Black Thought. But he got everybody doing 8-10 minute freestyles and shit. You don't need to do all that, man. You don't need beat changes and shit. Just get your shit off. You know, you can get that done in 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, and I love that he's using his passion to get his story out, man. Instead of just doing a typical interview or something like that. This was fire, entertaining. It was cool. Yeah. And he was barred up. I liked it.
Dame can really rap though, man. So, you know, he's at the point where I'm really gonna start trying to take him serious, man. I'm gonna really start like looking into some shit outside of just because he can just flat rap by rap standards. So salute to him, man. And that's it, man. Shout out to Bars on I-95 as well. But that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan, Las Vegas.
We out.
We out.